This episode of The Republic is brought to you by Netflix. For a free 30-day trial, head on over to netflix.com/GameBreakerTV.
GameBreaker TV.
What's up, everybody? I'm Gary again. You're watching GameBreaker TV. Is The Republic episode 161 for November 1st, 2013. The show where I forget to change the background monitors to Star Wars. Yes, let's do it.
Good
Happy
job.
Halloween. Well, it's the day after Halloween, but we're still dressed up. Can you tell what I am? Yes. No, you can't. Okay. So, lots of news this week. Going to talk about no news, actually, to talk about this week. But it's okay, so we got some viewer questions. So, joining us, as always, just getting out of the shower, the spa, he had a manicure, pedicure, and he's drying his hair.
Yeah.
It's Larry Everett. How are you, sir?
I'm good. It's, may the force be with you. This
Yes.
is my lightsaber.
That's good.
Yeah.
Larry, guess what?
Yeah,
We're grown men.
we are.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I don't have a retractable lightsaber, though. Is that thing retractable?
Is it? Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks it. Use it as a
See?
cane. Yep. Nice. And joining us, as always, Laura Williams. How are you?
Hello.
Hello, hello.
I have
She's like a real
a
lightsaber. She pretty much kicks both of our asses.
She
like-
did. I am.
And this is why the dark side is more fun.
I kind of agree. Light side does kind of suck. Go dark side.
Yeah. I
I don't know.
I'm switching sides. I'm going to the dark side.
I need a lightsaber. Where did you get the lightsaber? Where is that like one of those really crazy expensive like lightsabers, or how much does that thing cost?
This is actually not one of the replica ones. I think it's from Toys R Us.
Oh, okay.
But-
That's-
Yeah.
You can turn it on.
but it makes noise.
And it makes noise.
She's prepared. I don't have a lightsaber. I got a Timo hat and some sunglasses. I don't know. I'm kind of like, the hell's that movie? I can't remember the name of it now. The Burroughs flick. Johnny Depp. You with me? You with me? No? All right. All right, let's talk about some Star Wars. Patch 2.4.2 went live this week. Not much on the Halloween front, it seems. Was that expected? Nothing?
We got more than last year.
That's true, but there was a lot of people that were expecting with what was it, a live stream that they did a few months back, saying that the Rat Goal event wasn't coming back. It was all tongue in cheek saying it wasn't going to come back. People were kind of expecting that the Rat Goal event would come back for Halloween, and it would have totally made sense. But yeah, it didn't come back, unfortunately.
Why don't they do
Yeah.
more stuff on the
Didn't come back
Halloween?
yet.
You think
I
it's
don't
coming
know.
back?
Yeah, it's not gonna. I mean, the Rat Goal event, it is coming back. We were just expecting it around Halloween. Yeah.
I mean, we do have fake Christmas, so
right?
can't they make up for fake Halloween?
I don't know.
Well, we got the awesome pumpkin meditation chamber, which, by the way, I think is fantastic. I love it, love it, love it. Larry's face palming there.
No.
No.
Horrible.
It's not horrible. Awesome.
It is so bad.
Little noises when you get out of it, like a spooky laugh or a Jabba or anything, and it's orange. That's
Ugh.
amazing.
The sounds that it makes are, yeah. It's like that the lawnmower thing that we get at Christmas with the Christmas lights on it. That's what it is.
Except 1,000 times better.
Ugh, no.
All right, what about events in general though? Because there's not a whole heck of a lot going on for Halloween in Star Wars. Not much. I don't know. You guys, I mean, You guys obviously must love Halloween because the day after Halloween, you both dressed up. Or Larry
I
just got out of the
love
shower, one or the other. I'm not
No,
sure.
I just got out of the shower. That's what it. Yeah.
But obviously,
I do
Laura, you
have
love
some
Halloween,
names.
obviously. Day after,
Oh, I
and you
do.
got dressed up.
It is my favorite time of year.
So are you bummed that there's not like
Favorite
good
holiday.
seasonal events in Star Wars?
Actually, I am a little bit, and not just for Halloween, but in any of the holidays. That's always been something that is very fun to me. Like I loved all of the events that they had in WoW when I played that. I love the stuff in City of Heroes. So it does make me sad that they don't do more for it in Star Wars.
You guys do anything fun for Halloween? You guys obviously dressed up a lot. What do you guys do?
I sat around and played Tor.
Nice, nice. With no holiday events.
Yeah. No.
Kids come and trick or treat. I didn't have one kid come to my house. Zero.
We had one actually. All the kids in my neighborhood, besides the ones in my house, are all at the other end of the neighborhood. They don't venture over here for some reason or another.
I went to a concert. There was a girl, literally, she thinks she had some body paint on, but she really didn't. Pretty much just completely.
She was walking around naked? Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much. Everybody was just, it was actually fun to go to a concert on Halloween because everyone was dressed up. The band I went to go see kind of dresses up as well. They're like really theatrical normally, so they kind of dress up as well. So it's like it kind of made for like doubly the dress up. Of course, I didn't dress up. I wore a sweatshirt and good like that.
In your hat and sunglasses.
Yeah, exactly. 3 new dye modules, each with a black component, I guess, for the season. Are they any good?
Isn't it white and black, black and purple, and what's the other one, Larry?
I think that's it. Isn't it?
No.
Black and black. But I think it's.
Oh no, black and white, black and dark purple, and then white and black.
Oh, okay, because it reversed it. Right. Okay.
Well, they're all pretty rare dyes to find in the packs, so it's nice that they're putting it up there for people to be able to purchase. Would be even nicer if they were selling them as a unlockable in the collections market, so that you didn't have to spend billions of credits or thousands of cartel coins.
Yeah, those things sell on the GTN, at least on my server. I'm not sure how they are on other servers. I haven't checked for a bit, but they are expensive on the roleplay server because everybody wants them.
Black, but yeah, they are way up there.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. And I think that I honestly, I'm for a consumable dye, for it to cost what, $10 for the black and white ones. That's really expensive. That's because you can only use it once and you're done. For $10, $10 a pop. That
is a lot. Damn.
That is quite a bit. I mean, I can go to a restaurant and get a meal for $10.
God, you could feed like a small nation at Taco Bell for $10. Like that's that's great. Here's the other thing. What is this? This is the.
That's the trick or treat chamber.
Trick or treat chamber.
Or trick or treatment, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Trick or treatment. That's it. Yeah, the trick or treatment. So what does this thing do?
It closes down and encapsulates you inside of it, and there's little glowing pieces up at the top where steam kind of comes out, and then it opens up, and you get out all refreshed, and then it lasts. I love it.
It's like, okay, you've in Empire Strikes Back with Darth Vader and his meditation chamber that he had. It's like that, except it's orange, and when it closes in on itself, it has a jack-o'-lantern face on it, and it laughs at you. And it's a self-heal. So I mean, it does have a purpose in the game. It's not just a cosmetic thing.
Kind of looks a little like this.
It's exactly.
Yes, it looks exactly like that, except it's orange and has a pumpkin face.
Yeah.
People kind of freaking out a little bit about people kind of like flipping out about the 1,200 cartel coin like reskin. Basically, it's the reskin of the meditation chamber.
People were not very excited about that price.
I mean, it's pretty much a reskin. I mean,
It's exactly a reskin. I mean, it's really no difference.
But think about it this way. If you didn't want to go through gambling packs to see if you were one of the people lucky enough to get a meditation chamber, you could just go ahead and spend the coins and get the orange pumpkin. Same thing. Or if you didn't want to pay for it off the auction house if people weren't selling them. There you go.
There you go. So they have it laugh at you. There you go.
Yeah.
Next up, because soccer is a traditional Halloween sport, we can now kick the Huttball. So what's going on here? New soccer-esque Huttball mode confirmed? What's going on here?
Okay, in the rules of Huttball, okay, come on, chat room could probably quote
Kick
them.
the ball. Huts don't have feet.
Exactly.
And now
Give
you
our
kick the
sponsor
ball.
Garada the respect he deserves. Yeah. The kick the Huttball thing is the most awesome thing to come out. It really is. Because not only do you actually kick the Huttball whenever you're passing it, and so instead of throwing it like you normally would, you kick it. And not only does that happen, but Baron Deathmark, the guy who's officiating the game, yells at you for kicking the ball. Don't kick the ball! He has like 3 phrases. I forget what they all are. And it's awesome. It's hilarious to hear it. I love it. It makes me want to play Huttball again. Actually.
Nice. Next up, rating requirements have been removed from all PvP items. We'll get into that. What was that?
I said, except for the ones that they missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get into that all in a minute. What's the reasoning behind this, though? Like, what does this do?
Certain PvP items required that you have a specific elo rating before you can put them on. That's what they're talking about. There was a bit of confusion about whether that meant Valor rank or elo rating. Well, it's elo rating, and they have removed. There were certain items that said that you had. I didn't forget what the elo rating was. I think it wasn't too high, but it wasn't too high. But if you didn't, huh?
I thought it was depending on the item.
Yeah, it varied. It varied.
Like 1,000 to somewhere up to 2,500.
Yeah, and it was basically I understand what they were trying to do initially. They were trying to make it a bragging right kind of thing, where if you, oh look, I can wear this, that means that I have this elo rating. Well, as it turns out, nobody actually really wanted to wear that. They kind of wanted to wear their own thing, and so they removed the elo rating, and it's just letting anybody. The Valor rank is still in place, but the elo rating is gone. So,
yes, we had people who were very upset that they did not remove the Valor rank. Removing the elo rating didn't mean that they were removing the Valor rank off of the crafted PvP gear. So.
And so, as you kind of mentioned, it seems like they missed a few items when they made this change. I guess there's a fix coming soon. Has there been any official word on this, or what happened here? They missed a few items.
They do say that they are going to fix it. They missed a couple of the crystals, and was it a speeder, Larry?
The crystals and I thought it was pet maybe or something. It was something like really silly that they just happened to miss, and then they're going to catch in the next patch. So when the next patch, the next minor patch comes out, it's going to be fixed.
Which I would expect it's going to be in probably late next week sometime.
Set bonuses that increase the duration of the blade turning ability no longer cause blade turning to stop functioning. So it seems like a fair change, I would imagine. Pretty poor set bonus before this whole change.
You know what? Honestly, it didn't ever affect any of the characters that I played, so I don't have a good answer to that question. However, I do. Chat room did point out something that about the reset that I hadn't actually thought about, which makes sense. Season 1 is coming out.
Oh,
actually
yes.
coming out next week on the 11th, and and the elo rating,
it's going to be reset.
It's going to be completely reset, and they're going to that whole system is going to be redone. So
it would be kind of sad for people to suddenly not be able to wear gear that they had already gotten and had been wearing.
This next patch note may literally be the most Care Bear patch note I have ever read. The Tatooine arena has received a minor makeover to block some of the desert sun because it was too bright. So Tatooine, too bright. A little harsh on the eyes, especially if you got blue eyes. If you got blue eyes like me, you know, it's like unbearable. You got to wear shades while you're playing SWTOR in your basement.
This makes me sad because I actually like Tatooine, the Tatooine arena, specifically because it is very, very bright. Some of the others, like the orbital station, tend to be really dark, and I don't always want to feel like I'm playing in the dark. So I liked this because it was bright and sunny.
It's your dark Sith eyes just closing in on the darkness. Everybody else, like Larry over here, can't even stand to look at it. It's so bright. BioWare, please fix the light. My eyes are burning so hard from a video game on a computer monitor that I have control over.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I thought that was. I think it's kind of silly fix too. I hope. Yeah, I never had any issue with it. I actually, like Laura, I thought it was fine. I thought it was great. I mean, it was, granted, a bit brighter than it actually than it is on Tatooine, the planet, but it was just fine, I think.
I mean, they must have gotten, like, I'm watching chat room and somebody said it did make a lot of things difficult to see online. I imagine they actually got multiple complaints on people couldn't actually see physical things in the game because it was so bright that they would change that. But wow, all right.
I don't think it was that bright though. That's the thing. I don't think it was bright towards. I don't think it was hiding anything. That's the thing. I don't think it. I mean, maybe there was. Maybe if somebody's video settings were way off and gamma was too high or something. I don't know.
What's going on with raid markers? You got an update on, what'd you say, first world problems?
Well, they're still in lottery packs, so good luck trying to get them.
SWTOR wines. New hashtag. Yeah, what's going on? Raid marker issue? Any update on that? Still in the cartel market? Still one-time use?
Still in the cartel market.
I thought,
no, not even in the cartel market. It's in the lottery packs. So you still have to sit there and try to get lottery packs and hope that you get lucky.
How's our $800 player friend from the other guild there? How's he doing? Is he like $2-3 grand in the hole at this point?
Something like that. You know what's really what's really funny is that our raid leader has gotten around using the raid. We were even suggesting it. Hey, you got any of those raid markers? We could really use it because everybody's. What were we doing?
We wasted them all to show them on the live stream the week before. So.
That's right. We were doing Brontis like on the Dread Fortress, and Mike was saying, "Hey, everybody, go whenever she starts shooting lightning, everybody go stand over here or before and."
He's trying to explain the fight.
He's trying to explain it, and we're like, "Why don't you just use a raid marker?" And he goes, "Yeah," and then he puts
a target on my head, and
that's right.
He puts a stand there and mark where we need to go.
Like Laura knows where to go. We'll put a marker on top of her head because that's free.
There you go. Free is always better.
Free is always better.
All right, so I want to talk about this class. Yes. I want to talk about these class feedback changes. Actually, BioWare asking for class feedback again. First, I want to take a moment out to tell you guys about Shutterstock. Shutterstock helps us make this show and all the other shows right here on GameBreaker.tv possible. If you guys have a guild website, a YouTube page, maybe you make videos on YouTube, you need to take some time out of your day and check out Shutterstock. We use it here daily, constantly. We're always creating new websites, creating new content, all kinds of stuff like that. We're always looking for logos. I was looking at some logo artwork. This was some logo stuff we were looking at today. Maybe coming up with a logo, you're trying to find like a little symbol or something. There's like tons of cool stuff. We found this little ninja guy. This is stuff I just save. When I find stuff and I like it, I just kind of drop it in here. And then sometimes I don't even know what I'm going to use it for. Oh, these robots were badass. Check out this. This guy right here at some point is probably going to make it into this guy. One of these robots is probably going to make it to a Game Breaker logo at some point because I love them. They're really cool. But again, you grab this. It's vector artwork, so it's a vector format. You can blow it up, resize it however you need to. Bring it into Photoshop. You bring it into Illustrator, vice versa. throw your font on there. Boom, you got a logo. I forget. I can't remember what it is. I have a URL. It's really. Oh, I have Tiny Robot. I got to figure out what to use that for. That's what I'm going to use that guy for. TinyRobot.com. I don't know what that website's going to be, but it's going to be awesome because that guy's awesome. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. You don't even need a credit card to sign up today. Just go make an account. Start searching for stuff. Make a Lightbox, which is a way to save all your images into different areas for different things. And then when you're ready to purchase, and there is a price point for everyone, you can download like just a few images, or you can sign up for one of the monthly programs. All you got to do is use the promo code GameBreaker10, and you're going to save 25% off on your account. Check it out. Support GameBreaker by supporting our sponsor, Shutterstock. So BioWare asking again for some class feedback. This time on all the classes that didn't see a ton of changes in the 2.5 preview, which is, am I right saying that's probably pretty much most of them, right?
Well, the ones that they specifically said that they'd like to hear feedback for were the Scoundrel and Operative, the Commando and Mercenary, and then the Sage and Sorcerer. So we're checking out.
So
yeah, pretty much the ones that they didn't talk about in the 2.5 preview, which really confuses me that they're asking this question again. I mean, not that I don't want them to ask the question. I'm really, really glad that they're asking this question. But didn't they ask that question before and have like all these representatives and stuff voted on, and then the representatives asked questions, got answers back, and they're asking the questions again? They want more? I mean, what? I don't understand what they're going to gain this time that they didn't gain the first time.
Did you forget line of sight and heel to pole?
Line of sight and heel to pole.
Sure.
I mean, they have already this thing. They've already heard the issues. In fact, the issues, the issues are already in the threads that led up to the questions. So the issues have already been addressed. What I'm not exactly understanding what is going to be different now. Is it going to be different now because the questions have been answered? I guess maybe. I don't know. I'm just not exactly seeing what they're going to gain that hasn't already been addressed.
I mean, maybe it's probably they're just looking for more feedback on the current state, and maybe now that some other things have changed, they're just looking for more feedback, and more is better. I don't know.
Well, I understand that, but I'm glad that they're asking, but nothing has changed.
Good point.
You know what I mean? Nothing has changed since the time of the question. Now, if they had thrown in a patch and said, "Hey, we just did this to the sorcerer," whatever it happens to be, what do you guys think of that? And they're looking for feedback off of that, off of those things. Then yeah, okay, I get it. But they're kind of re-asking the same question. Did they not? It's like that guy that continues to ask the same question until he gets the answer that he's looking for, and that's kind of what I feel is happening here.
All right, Larry, you also did think maybe they're just at the point where they're lazy and they don't want to go back to the original thread and read through the responses that were already there, so it's just easier for them to say, hey, we're going to stick this here, so why don't you guys go ahead and repost everything that you had already posted again, so that we can have a nice itemized format and we don't have to go hunt for it.
Yeah. It's not going to be. No. It's not going to be any more organized than it was before. I'm glad. Again, I am glad they're asking for feedback, but to ask a general question like, "Give us all feedback," instead of dealing with the specific issues that were already addressed and say something along the lines of, "Hey, in this thread here, you guys mentioned this thing. What would you think about this thing? Whatever happened. You guys you said X. What would you guys think about Y?" And that's that kind of thing. It instead of asking this all-encompassing question, I honestly don't think the feedback that they're going to get is going to be very helpful. Is really what it boils down to. Unless they have, unless, like you said, they just I don't want to go through that thread again, which is kind of weird.
So are you guys pretty much holding out for 2.6 at this point? Is that pretty much what's going on? I'm
still holding out because 2.5 isn't going to drop until December 3rd. So that's basically still giving them at this point a month to compile things, to put in, to compile data, to push at least some changes so that, you can have people maybe not fix everything, but at least give people, be able to say, here, we did a little bit for you. We've got more that's coming down the road. So I'm not personally waiting for everything to happen for 2.6. I do think we are going to see more coming in 2.5, specifically because they are launching Galactic Starfighter for subscribers.
I don't know. I think the changes in 2. I talked about them last Tuesday in the Hyperspace Beacon. I'm going to talk about them again in the next Hyperspace Beacon as well. And I think that there are changes that are coming that we needed to see, like especially like the Madness spec sorts. I'm glad to see that there's going to be possibly a bit of viability added to their spec, and also the assassins as well. But but there's also issues that are coming up as well that aren't being addressed. For instance, I mean, just the sheer, I guess, overpowered utilities that the operatives and scoundrels have. That is just they have too much utility right now, and they can pretty much get out of any fight all the time, and that's not being addressed at all, even though it absolutely needs to be. And I don't know.
All right, we got lots of emailed questions this week. If you guys have questions for the Republic, make sure to send them to submit@gamebreaker.tv, and keep an eye on our Facebook pages and our Twitter, all that. We like those as well. We use those to find your questions. First up this week, this one from Penny Sanchez says, last week you guys talked about BioWare's Galactic Starfighter and what could have been tease. My concern would be that if they try to implement all of those features eventually, that's literally another massive game. Could the actual game suffer because of it? What do you think, Laura?
No, because I think implementing everything that was in the tease is so far down the road that it would be, like I said last week, another full expansion. And I think that all of that would be fantastic for the game. And if they are not planning on doing that right now, they should absolutely be looking in a way to incorporate that in there down the road if they want to keep this game going.
I'm sorry, somebody Chara said Larry's a Jedi janitor. I'm sorry. Larry, what do you think?
I think this needs to be cleaned up over here. I'm going to take out the
clean
trash.
Up aisle 9. Clean up aisle 9. Use the force. Move.
I think. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I think about it. All the teased stuff. I think a lot of it is great, but I would like to see something that is kind of along that lines. But I'm wondering if I wonder the same thing if it's actually wouldn't take away from the actual game itself. However, that being said, like Laura said, we're not going to see all of that right up front. We would never ever see all of that right up front, and so if they were to stagger it out and give us those kinds of things in let's say episodes, if you will, or mini expansions, whatever you want to call them, then yeah, it might not be too bad. I think that, and I think they would absolutely be welcome. But to give it all at once I think it'd be overkill, and a lot of the little nuances would be missed. Actually, I think we've missed some of those things. It would be glossed over by what?
Oh, the chat room is just brilliant right now. Larry, the trash compactor's on the detention level. Handle it.
Something's backing up the trash compactor.
Someone else said, I have a Marriott hotel bathroom. I should get into costume too. You guys are awesome. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut your answer short. I just kind of lost it there. Next up from Edward Provenza. Galactic Starfighter. Oculus Rift. Commence drooling. Will it happen? What do you think, Larry?
The drooling would absolutely happen. However, I don't see Oculus Rift and Galactic Starfighter actually ever happening. From what we understand of Galactic Starfighter, it's the thing that the Oculus Rift would offer would be like a head pivot, like you would like in a flight sim of some sort, like what the hat trigger thing usually does on a joystick. You just don't have that in what we've seen of Galactic Starfighter. It's just basically mouse movements and there is no head pivot kind of thing. And that's what the Oculus Rift would offer. I think it would be great, mind you, awesome. I would absolutely drool over it, but not going to happen.
Dude, I'm starting a Kickstarter right now. Here's my kickoff campaign. We're going to make Larry the Jedi Janitor Oculus Rift the game. And you're just going to see your hands and look down like the... You're just going to see... You're just going to see your hands sweeping, and you're just going to see like... pushing that trash
I'm sweeping the floors right now.
That's it. You just clean up trash. That will completely blow away the vacuum simulator game that we made system players. What do you think, Laura? Oculus Rift,
God,
Star Wars?
No, I think that is the worst idea in creation.
Why?
Fighter games, like starfighter games or any type of piloting, makes me incredibly nauseous. I have the worst motion sickness. And if you put that in 3D, I think that would be horrible. Absolutely horrible. Like, even the thought of it makes me nauseous.
She's taking Dramamine right now. She's like, oh.
Yes, I need to go take some Dramamine right now.
Wow. I don't think it'll ever happen either. I have my doubts about the Oculus Rift in general. Like, I have doubts just about that device in general. And I don't know. I don't see SWTOR putting R&D and money into programming and making that happen. Yeah.
Mine is just way cooler.
I'm sweeping the floor.
One of our online.
Sweep. Wait, there's two jokes there. Sweeping the floor and sweep the leg, Johnny. All right, I'm moving on. Took you a minute. I know. You're getting it right now. It's sinking in. Andrew Roche. Now that the PvP players have gotten their arenas and we've got some real space combat on the way, what would you like to see BioWare focus on next? Good question. What would you like to see BioWare after that?
I would like to see them redo the PvE space that we have right now and bring it in line with the current space that we're getting.
All right. What about you, Larry?
Honestly, I would like to see them focus on guild capital ships now, and that I think is one of the they've said they want to do this. This is one of those things that they've said they really wanted to do, and I think it's something that would definitely pull. I think it would make guilds tighter as a group, and give them a place to kind of show off what their guild does and what their guild is about, and so the next space thing has got to be guild capital.
How did Larry not go for chat bubbles? That's all I want. You're just convinced they're coming. So
no,
just like,
they're already coming. They are coming. So, they're already coming. So
he has confidence. All right.
That's what it is.
When we get that next big box expansion, that's when they're coming.
Right.
Eric Caston up next says, I know this sounds crazy, but how would you feel about BioWare throwing out the Galactic Starfighter space game as a separate client, as well as being in SWTOR, just as a standalone game? People have been craving more of it since X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. I was laughing because I actually thought he was going to just say, how would you feel about BioWare just throwing out Galactic Starfighter space game, period?
I'm not really sure how that would work because it's tied into the game that we have here. Like, yeah. I don't see how they could separate it without saying stuff due to NDA. Like,
it's got the whole its own leveling system and all that kind of stuff with skills, right? And it's got it sounds like
well, it does, but I mean, there's other stuff too that I wouldn't see how that would be possible.
Because there's certain things that we just don't know because they haven't been announced yet or anything. Like, for instance, and to honestly answer this question well, we'd have to know what are the roles of companions and stuff in Galactic Starfighter, because we know because of different data mining stuff and whatnot that those are involved in there somehow. How does the leveling process actually work? Is there going to be any integration with crafting of any sort between Galactic Starfighter and and the ground game. So there's just too at this point. I think there's just too many unknowns in order for us to accurately answer that question. Would it be cool to see it separate, or maybe like you could subscribe to just that? That would be great. Yes, I think that would be awesome. But I don't know enough. Not enough is announced about the other parts of the game in order to accurately answer that question.
Come on, BioWare. Larry, the Jedi janitor companion, to sweep your ship while you're away. Come on, do it. Make it happen. How happy would you be if they did that? That'd be awesome. Sometimes game companies put like fun stuff in the game for people.
If they do that, I want Roger Wilco, Intergalactic Space Janitor, to be one of my companions. Come on now, who doesn't remember that game?
I do. Unfortunately, showing my age, but I remember it. Laura Williams, follow her on Twitter at VoidMynx, VoidMynx, and of course right here on The Republic, which is normally on Thursdays at 6 Pacific. Always a pleasure. Great costume, and the dark side does beat the light side.
We have cookies.
Larry, ever follow him on Twitter at Shadow, SHADDOE. And if you need sweeping or cleaning, you can tweet at Larry at Shadow, SHADDOE. I definitely encourage you to tweet at him as soon as possible for your cleaning needs. Because he's booking up fast. That is SHADDOE, Shadow. Yes. Now you were all making another column in TweetDeck just to watch Larry Everett's tweets. You're welcome. You can follow me at Gary again and follow Gabriel TV. Gabriel TV, we do the show live every Thursday at 6. Yeah, it's at 6. 666. Not 666. 6! 6! It's a little Iron Maiden reference. I don't know. See you next week.